Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IAS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar and today we'll talk about hidden environmental crisis in Manipur and Arunachal Pradesh. These particular areas, they are so ecologically dense that sometimes there are certain things which goes on and which goes unnoticed and like nobody talks about it. But thankfully, one particular media has talked about some like two different kind of environmental crises which are going on in Manipur as well as Arunachal, and we should be taking it very seriously. This particular image is related to the crisis which is going on in Arunachal West Kameng district. Kameng is a tributary of Brahmaputra, West Kameng district. We'll talk about it. And then there is another crisis which is of more serious nature going on in Manipur. So let's talk about both these crises one by one. June, which particular date, which news media is talking about it, we'll talk about it in few moments from now. At the same time, we also have to understand via this particular video, we'll solve 3 PYQs, UPSC PYQs, 2 MCQs, and via this article, we'll try to understand different terms. What are those terms? One is like Green India Mission, then NAPCC, National Action Plan on Climate Change, 5th schedule, 6 schedules of Indian Constitution, how they are important, ATMM, Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Mizoram, and then via that there are certain UPSC PYQs which we have to solve. So 3 UPSC PYQs, 2 MCQs, we'll do that, but before let's have a look at it. So there is a satellite, there is an Indian Earth observation company, that is Suhora Technologies. So they did this Earth observation, and we are very, very thankful to them for that, because these things, if they had not done this particular study, if they had not highlighted these two particular things rather, we would not have known about it. What are those two things? First thing, accelerating deforestation in Manipur. You may feel like, sir, deforestation, it's a common phenomena. I made a video on why Siang River in news. There we talked about there are two concepts, economic development, environmental conservation. People feel they are at opposite end of the spectrum, but they do meet at a midpoint, and that midpoint is known as sustainable development. So deforestation goes on. No, the point is the pace at which deforestation is going on in Manipur rather, it's alarming, and we have to look into those facts. Recent forest fire in Arunachal, which is happening in the West Kameng district, which went on till late April, but did any media covered or talked about it? No, the answer is no. So again, that's why we are thankful to this Suhora technology, and not only Suhora technology, which is an Indian Earth observation company, which is like a remote sensing. They are observing it from space and they're telling us all these things, because if they don't do that, maybe we will not be knowing about it. Okay, so again, Manipur, known for its rich biodiversity, Global Forest Watch. Now, there are different sources who are giving different data regarding the extent of deforestation which has happened in Manipur. Global Forest Watch. What is this Global Forest Watch? This is an open source application which is monitoring global forest in real time. So this is an open source application to remember. Different organizations are involved in this Global Forest Watch. WRI is involved, Google is involved, but this is an open source application which is analyzing global forest in real time, and they are giving this particular data about Manipur. 17,800 hectares were lost in 2024 alone, and again they are talking about how much CO2 has been released because okay, so now Suhora's analysis varies, the amount of data vary. They are giving a 5-year figure, and their data is not as extreme as Global Forest Watch, but still the numbers are huge when it comes to deforestation, and something has to be done in Manipur, because this is not deforestation at a smaller level. 21,000 hectares, 17,000, approximately 18,000 hectares in one particular year is not a minor figure. So government in Manipur has to look at this particular figure, and the analysis done by these two sources, key drivers, shifting cultivation, zooming cultivation, you may have heard about it, but that is not the only source. Haphazard urbanization, illegal logging, infrastructure development, which is again connected to haphazard urbanization, climate changes rather. So all these things are contributing to this deforestation, but this is actually a huge deforestation. If this pace continues, God knows what will be the future of Manipur. So again, people from Manipur, do you agree with this assessment that large-scale deforestation is going on in our Manipur? And you feel like which particular data you agree with most, the Global Forest Watch data or Suhora's data? Again, you can comment in the comment section, obviously, whatever is your view. And Post your views. Our views actually matter. Cool. So let's talk about Arunachal now. So in West Kamen district, this particular forest fire happened in April 24, 2025. Not many media covered about it. Again, we are thankful for this remote sensing thing that they observed it from space and they talked about it. Otherwise, again, we would not have known about it. Many such remote fires often go undetected without satellite technology, and we are very thankful to this particular satellite technology that they talked about this particular West Kamen district fire. Now, West Kamen district, where it is? So again, I was in Arunachal. I keep on telling people that because I'm very proud of that fact. So there, wherever I was teaching, I saw this particular map on the wall. I took it. This is East Kamen, and the other region which you can, I think, which is a little dark here, that is West Kamen district. Kamen, as I have told you earlier, this is a tributary of Brahmaputra, which is known as Siang River. So this Zarlung Zangpo, that is the name of Brahmaputra in Tibet, from where it originates. It enters into India in Arunachal, known as Siang River. Then it comes into Assam, join two more rivers, become Brahmaputra River. Kameng River is one of the tributary of Brahmaputra River. All these facts are actually important from exam perspective. Oh my God. So role of satellite technology, they are talking about it, how this is actually important. Because again, as we have discussed earlier, if this whole satellite imagery has not come into, we had not known about it, this whole thing would have been on the back burner. So near real-time monitoring, again you can read this, early detection, better crisis response, all these things are the benefits of satellite imagery. Experts are saying that we have to, understand one thing. When you talk about, there is a concept called land ownership. Now land ownership, if I write it as LO, land ownership, it has three different concepts. Individual ownership, IO, community ownership, CO, and then royal ownership, RO. So individual ownership means land belongs to me. Community ownership means land belongs to us as a whole. And royal ownership means land belongs to the king, which used to happen in the earlier period. In tribal community, you have this CO concept a lot. Like this is very prominent, community ownership, that land belongs to us as a whole. But when these forest acts came and when the Britishers came, there was a concept which came into existence, alienation of land. Land could be taken away from you if you're not paying proper taxes, this and that. So that thing has to go away. To a certain extent, this community-based forest conservation has to be promoted. And again, that's what the author is saying. To remember this land ownership concept, individual ownership, community ownership, royal ownership, fine. Again, but there is optimism. We always have to find optimism in our data. So vegetation regrowth is a hopeful sign, but this forest fire in Arunachal, mainstream media should have covered about it. This large-scale deforestation in Manipur, people should talk about it. And we are with our Manipur brothers. So urgent call, policy reform, sustainable land use practices, as we have discussed earlier, we'll keep on talking about it. Economic development, environmental conservation, they are not at opposite end of spectrum. They do meet at a midpoint, that is known as sustainable development. Community and do right community-based forest management. This is a common cause which you will talk about whenever you are talking about, tribal areas. So this is a very important concept. Then there are some other points which we have to keep in mind. Like when we talk about forest cover in India, we talk about 33% forest cover, which is elucidated in Green India Mission. From where have we got this particular 33% number? The answer is from nowhere. Like this is a colonial legacy. What do I mean by that is, these Britishers, they ruled over us in European mainland. They had this convention that we should have 33% forest cover. The same convention, they continued here, and we are we are just doing the carry forward part. So maybe later on, if you see this 33% number change, don't get surprised by it. 33% forest cover. Green India Mission. It is one of the 8 missions under NAPCC, National Action Plan on Climate Change, introduced in 2008. And like most of these 8 missions cover almost every portion of your GS syllabus. The mnemonic is, I think we have talked about it earlier. If I have not, I will give you this here. Sehwag HK. Solar Mission, National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency, National Mission for Sustainable Habitat, Water Mission, National Mission for Sustainable Agriculture, Green India Mission, which we were talking about. H is National Mission for Sustaining Himalayan Ecosystem, and K is National Mission for Strategic Knowledge on Climate Change. Do remember these 8 missions, they are very important. 5th and 6th schedules, they talk about tribal areas and the things which we have to do for our tribal people. 5th and 6th schedule. 6th schedule is 80 mm. Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Mizoram. UPSC has asked a lot of PYQs on 5th and 6th schedule. So let's say they ask you, this is 80 mm, Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Mizoram under 6th schedule. The other tribal areas, will be under 5th schedule. Now, if they give you option, which of the following areas are under 5th schedule? So obviously, you have to exclude Assam, Tripura, Meghalaya, Mizoram. So it has to include areas like, let's say, Jharkhand, Odisha. So think that way. And that will help you in eliminating option. You will understand what I'm saying once we are solving some questions. So this is the news. June 5, 2025, they updated this news. Maybe they covered it earlier also. Satellite reveals hidden environmental crisis in Manipur. Arunachal, India Today covered it. We are thankful to India Today for that. And then they are talking about how satellite intelligence is so crucial. Otherwise, we would never have, seen these environmental crises in Manipur and Arunachal. Okay, sir. Now let's talk about 5 questions. 3 PYQs, 2 MCQs. This is PYQ 1, easy question. Easternmost and westernmost state, if you know it, post it in the comment section. PYQ 2, 2017, this is a question, 6th schedule, and you can have a look at this. I just told you about all these things. 5th and 6th schedule, if you know the answer, post it in the comment section, sir and ma'am. PYQ 3 asked in 2015, which of the following states are covered under 5th schedule? I have given you a hint. 6th schedule, 80 mm. Accordingly, 5th schedule tribal area, see in which of these states and also do the option elimination and then come to a particular answer. You will be able to solve this. Not that tough. And then MCQ 4 based on what we have read today, Suhora technology, what is it is known for. And then the 5th MCQ. Why is satellite-based monitoring important in addressing forest fire in regions like Arunachal Pradesh? If you know the answer, again, post it in the comment section. So that's it from me, and I will share this particular PDF along with the answer of these 5, that is 3 PYQs, 2 MCQs, in my Telegram channel, Fun Study with Shubh. You can join this particular Telegram channel, be a part of my Telegram family, Cool, sir. And yes, if you're a serious UPSC 2026 aspirant, and so you can join our May evening batch, like May, I'm saying, this is June, right? So June evening batch is starting on 10th June 2025, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and it includes Prelims and Mains Residential Program, 11,000 reward if you crack or if you top our monthly quiz. If you clear UPSC pre-2026, we'll initiate full refund for you because you'll be making us as well as yourself proud. Interview guidance program is included because this is P2I, prelims to interview. One-on-one mentorship, as I keep on talking about, this is very underrated sometimes when we are preparing for one of the toughest exam in the world, if not the toughest. We don't need to study that much. Sometimes we need someone to listen to us. And in that scenario, the mentorship plays a crucial role. It helps a lot. And then GS plus CSAT plus test series because mocks helps a lot. You don't have to read too many sources. You have to read a single source, let's say whatever source you are reading in this particular batch, and then solve a lot of mocks. So that is also included here. You can use my code SHS Live to get maximum discount and be a part of this particular batch. Cool, sir. If you have any, views on this sensitive issue which we have just discussed, the data given by different sources on Manipur deforestation, do you agree with this, or do you think that is over exaggerated or under exaggerated? Whatever are your views, feel free to post it in the comment section. Take care, be blessed. I will see you soon.